But this meme I had seen, and this kind of points to the direction that, or one of my critiques of said ideas. And this is a meme that says all body shapes are beautiful, showing
and then you got three pretty ladies.
Three pretty ladies, and then a short portly man saying
all body types are beautiful, and like that in no way represents the range of body types.
Not at all. Where's the one that can't get out of their bed?
In fact, those three girls are so similar they could actually hang out together in real life without
hating each other.
Without immediately hating each other. Yeah.
But then the short, portly man with glasses says, "Mine too," and the girl says, "No." And this is something that I've heard many times.
I feel bad for that made-up guy.
Yeah, that poor, portly cartoon gentleman.
Is that what? You don't think it goes both ways?
Well, it doesn't, and there's the proof is in the pudding. If you look at statistics from dating sites and whatnot, and I've had personal experience with this by one of my friends is a very not a very tall man. He's probably about 5'3", say.
That's okay.
Vertically challenged, as they might say, and he would always be on dating sites. And I remember hearing him on calls, and I remember one in particular where he goes, he's talking, ha ha ha, and he's a witty guy. He's a very funny dude. He has real to cool. Be. Yeah, I mean, you got to do something, right? And he's a good-looking dude and whatever, and he's a successful guy. And there's just banter, and I'm not paying attention, but I do hear him go, "Oh, me?" He goes, 5'3". And then there's a pause, and then he goes, "No, I'm serious." Because the girl thought he was joking and laughed.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and you saw the change in his demeanor when he was like, no, I'm serious. And that has been, I've heard this many, many times, that a short man has virtually no chance with most women. But going the other way, you're supposed to not judge any women on any physical attribute that they have.
And you're here to put an end to this hypocrisy tonight.
This hypocrisy. Now, look.
Yeah, and that's the worst part.
Vinny and I have no problems with this. We're both dashing men.
Sure.
Of great stature, physical stature, and prowess.
At one time, I was not bad looking. But, I feel. You ever see a picture of yourself 10 years ago?
Oh,
good Lord.
It's glorious.
Jesus
really.
Christ.
I know. I'm like, wow, I was nice.
Why? Yeah. How was I not just walking around with 6 women on my shoulders? Just fucking headed home, boys.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this goes in. So that's the superficial angle. It's not a two-way street here. We are told as a society right now, and it is being proliferated mostly by, of course, sort of the left wing of the media and sort of the activist class, that there is nothing. And so this idea has developed over the last handful of years that of body positivity. And recently, the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue featured what doctors would have in recent years considered morbidly obese. She was probably 150 pounds overweight to where her healthy weight would be. But that has no longer been an acceptable idea to hold. And so the idea is that anyone is beautiful, and there has been a new thing, healthy at any weight. And this literally flies in the face.
Who just makes that up?
But yeah, it's just it's media outlets. It's yeah. It flies in the face with any medical research that has ever been done.
Dude, if you've ever lost any significant amount of weight, the amount that you feel better is fucking insane.
That's all I've ever heard.
And
every person that I know that has made the step and made the commitment to get fit, I have never in my life heard anyone, and nor will you ever hear someone say, "God damn, I'm so pissed that I wasted all that time getting healthy."
No, but
it doesn't happen.
But you will hear somebody say, "I'm so pissed I got drunk and fucked that fat girl."
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Now again, superficial, but we can all.
They will say that,
of course. That's annoying. But yeah, this idea that we should
or fat guy,
yeah, for sure, or just disgusting person.
The idea that you want to encourage these people to be more healthy.
That's the thing. Is this idea that we should coddle feelings over actual health, and let everyone just be and let their organs be super overly taxed because we don't want to offend them is so fucking insane to me. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, this is one of those times where it's like, in order to face the actual issue and come up with any real life solutions, like Michelle Obama had her program of, healthy eating and exercise and shit. If you were to do that now in today's climate, she would be a bigot. She would be considered, fat shaming and it's that, to me, this is going.
You think it's gone that far?
Oh yeah, it is 100%. I mean, I see it because I look at this type of shit, because I like to be unhappy.
Have you noticed that kids are all like hunchback and
Soft
shitty looking?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Not one of these kids could get away from dinosaurs.
I don't think a lot of people have been encouraged to do a lot of physical activity.
No,
That's true.
In fact, now I've seen coaches being called abusive if they make people run drills. And it's like, well, what the fuck do you want people to do then? Just waste away into a soft mass of coddled bullshit?
Yeah.
Like, that's the society we're trying to fucking, create? What the fuck are we talking
whole
about?
society full of French horn players? The hell is this?
Yeah. So I just don't understand. I mean, as this body positivity, if this was allowed to continue, what you'll also see is just a sicker and sicker populace.
You know what I think?
And you know what? Big Pharma gets richer.
I don't think people.
That's what happens.
You know what I'm sick of? Everybody in their different outfits. Everybody should have the same clothes. We should all be.
Yeah.
We should all eat the same food. Be the exact same.
Yes, Maoist China.
Right. Nah.
China.
Now here's the thing. You're always gonna have lots of fat people. Especially when it's way cheaper to be fat than it is.
It is,
be,
and that is an odd thing too.
So yeah,
these days.
Now you can. I didn't want to like bore people with a lot of this, but I made like some pretty drastic diet changes recently, and the main thing is it's fucking inconvenient to eat healthy.
Oh yeah,
it's very difficult, dude.
It's
like,
impossible.
You have to find an open grocery store and actually go in there, get shit, whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and then you'll be doing stuff like when you try to eat only natural foods. Like sometimes you're on the go, so you just are.
You're like, I guess I'll eat a
just
you got
peeling
an avocado.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Avocado,
I told you
a
about
can
that,
of
yeah.
olives. No, I do this though.
Right,
it's like,
yeah,
I have to. Yeah, it's insane. But
so it is pretty fucking hard.
It is.
But
there's choices you can make. You can go to Wendy's and get a bunless burger, which you know what I mean. You can eat keto and shit like that. So I've definitely been able to do this in the past, but look, if you're looking for the easiest route, sure, the easiest route is to be unhealthy. You know what I mean? It just is.
Well, yeah,
no physical activity and eat whatever the fuck you want.
I mean,
sure.
I go through a lot of
That's
times
fine.
where there's like literally, if I want to like stick on this diet, I'll and you're at work or you're caught wherever you are or whatever the fuck, you are
just don't eat.
routinely going 12 hours with nothing available at all.
100%.
Like, dude, I wish I could eat a fucking.
And
then you
it's not always
realize
comfortable.
how much of the average person's diet is just straight up garbage. I mean,
Yeah.
and you don't even, because you realize it after you realize how I thought I was like pretty relatively healthy eater.
Yeah.
But then when I actually really just cut out anything processed, I realized how much that was fucking
insane,
keeping me going throughout the week. Was just like, all this garbage that it makes you feel full, but it's indigestible, for me at least. I think everybody has been drinking room temperature whiskey for 20 years and ruined their fucking gut flora or whatever I have.
Yeah.
What are you looking at here?
I'm just reading some comments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, somebody just said, where did that go?
I know they fucking move.
I know they moved too quick.
Anyway, so it's gonna, you're always gonna have a lot of fat people under these conditions, and especially when your phone is so great. Why even go anywhere? Maybe
Yeah, I mean, look, maybe I'm fighting a losing battle.
Yeah.
Maybe it is inevitable.
Dude, aren't
that
we obviously gonna be in pods?
That's what I'm
before
saying.
long,
I don't know, but to me, it's just an odd thing.
We're all gonna. What was that lady, Terry Schiavo?
Yes.
It's just gonna be what we're doing pretty soon.
Yeah, I remember her. But yeah, I mean, to me, it is far more detrimental to the person to spare their feelings rather than giving them actual health advice that will help them live a more comfortable, fulfilling, and pain-free life.
So now, when you're like a fat kid and you go to the doctor, do they do like they used to, or go like, well, look, I have this chart of unattractive children, and you're right here. And, and
no, because that's fat shaming.
So no, they still talk like, here, look, you got to
I'm sure they
eat
don't.
better and exercise.
I don't know
like,
because there's so much. I don't know.
If there's any doctors listening, feel
Yes,
free to
please
call up
tell
and
us the
tell you what you
the
do to
current protocol
demoralize
of
fat children.
demoralizing overweight children.
That's basically what you're getting at. Is you want to like make people feel bad.
Well,
for
no,
being
no, no,
fat.
no, no. That's not what my point is. There should be a distinction between and saying fat. I can understand that, like, using that verb, unless you're familiar with the person, you know, that don't give a shit. Then maybe that may sound insensitive. But if you are overweight, clinically overweight, that should not be something that is looked at as an insult. You know what I mean? You know it inherently. You know it innately. Nobody. I've always said this. Because at the beginning of this whole kind of movement, there was always, like, you'd see these giant people, women, men, whatever, on talk shows, on these panels. And they'd always be like, I love my body. I wouldn't have it any other way. But my feeling was always, if somebody said, here, this is a magic pill, and if you take it, you'll look like a swimsuit model tomorrow. Every single one of them, without fail, would be like, oh, well, yeah, give me the pill.
Yeah, I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, no,
This
I'm just
whole
trying
thing
to
was
love
pretend.
my. Yes, exactly. Like, no, I was just trying to be positive about where I'm at right now. But in doing so, you can also be like, yeah, my feet are swollen. You know what I mean? Like, I can't feel my extremities. My blood sugar is through the fucking roof. I'm getting clot. All of these, the metrics that are, or the health, maladies that are associated with being overweight are fucking. It's most of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really is. It's,
How about this? When you were a kid, how
yeah.
many?
I was scrawny.
How many? Well, no. But how many in your class total?
Yeah.
Like legit fat kids do you think there were?
Oh, well, now, so we always considered them because we were insensitive little fucks. Mm-hmm. And so there
Is
was
there anybody that wasn't exactly like you?
Yeah, it's just like, hey, what's up, Tubby? You know, fucking all the jokes. But when I look back now, I'm like, oh, these kids are thinner than almost like the average kid now.
When I go back and look over my grade school class photos, as I do every night.
Yeah, reminiscing and reliving.
No, so
the glory
I
days.
remember there being like, I can only think of like one or two like big fat kids, you know,
Yeah.
and that were in my grade school, and yeah, you definitely there was like a scale, and like anybody that wasn't thin.
Was the fat
you
kid.
could call them fat in an argument, but like for actually legit fat kids, I just remember this one kid named Michael Criscione.
Shout out Michael Criscione.
He was fat, and he was weird. Fucking,
Yeah.
he was probably some unfortunate kid that
Sure.
I don't know what's going
Again,
on with him, but yeah,
I don't think we should be making fun of people.
I
mean,
made
kids.
fun-
Kids make fun of everyone.
I made
Kids are
fun of
fucking
Michael
derelict
Criscione
assholes.
all the time.
Yes.
And then one time he told me I was his best friend, and I was like, I've never even hung out with you. What the fuck are you talking about, Criscione? Oh, sorry, that was down for some reason. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Michael Criscione, big fat kid. I
Okay,
can't remember
so
who else.
General Johnson says, my wife has lost a lot of weight in the last couple of years. She's the same beautiful woman I met in high school. She was honest with me and herself and is a completely different person now. And trust me, she had all those overweight metrics. Yeah. It's not, look, this is not something that anyone can escape. It's not like some people might and some people might not. This is just, so yeah, again, my point is sure, there are some people with like glandular problems and whatnot. And even that, I've always said this, you cannot make mass out of nothing. You still have to be eating more calories. Your metabolism may be slow, but there are ways to speed it up. There's a very, very, very slim portion of the population that are really genetically going to be, obese if they work out and fucking eat.
Wait, that
health.
is a good point, though. Like, yeah, you didn't just get to be 500 pounds.
No,
because,
by
like,
not eating.
But I mean, I'm sure it affects
You need the
your-
raw material.
Yeah.
You have to. You can't, it doesn't, you don't, the air doesn't make
It's
fat.
glandular, like
Yeah, like, no, kind of, but that's
your cravings are, but your choices aren't, sir.
yes. But the other thing is like, when you're saying healthy at any weight, are we talking anorexia then? Is bulimia to be promoted now too? Because I would think that the same people that are saying that would say, no, that person has a mental illness and we need to address that. And to me, they're both mental illness. They're both mental problem that you have to deal with. One of them may be more pathological than the other. But yeah, I don't think we're doing a service by coddling people's feelings and then allowing them to just eat themselves into an early grave. And maybe I'm.
I mean, I guess if that's how you feel, I think you just want everyone to feel bad.